So is this post Dynamite, Manny, this image? Or is this pre-Dynamite?
Post.
Because did they get their ass whooped earlier tonight? I feel like they were all beat up earlier after, like, the BCC beat them all up.
Yeah.
It's a nice eye patch, though. I gotta get an eye patch that looks like a wallet as well. Like, I think he holds his coins in there. It just looks nice. Very classic.
That's not a wallet. At that point, that's a purse. Coin purse.
He got a coin purse or a gun holster for an eye patch. It looks really nice. I'm not even mad at the man. This is really nice. Very Snake Plissken of him. But
you're not the first person to make that joke today either. That I've heard.
Really? Hey.
Yeah,
hey. Fuck them for ripping me off or going first. But I'll tell you this, Manny. If I walked down the dark alley of Jacksonville and I saw these four standing there, I would continue to walk back as normal and be like, this is no threat to me.
What do you mean? Kenny could beat you up.
I don't think Kenny can beat me up, man. He's in great shape, but I think he's soft.
Nah.
I think he's soft. I think his injuries are did him in. I don't trust his Canadian. Maybe he's Canadian like Wolverine, but I don't think he's going to recover like it. Huh?
I think you get the other three. I don't think you get Kenny.
Yeah, I think I get the Hangman on like, why are you doing this? And all sympathy and stuff, and be like, and lure him in, and then throat thrust right to the neck. I got one of those in me.
We'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Oh, check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Welcome everyone to another edition of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am of course Lord Manny Hayes. And he is.
And I, Marcus the Grand Manny. Manny, when we start the show, I think we need to start. I don't know why. I just feel like right now, jump scare. Like when we cut in, I think it should just be like, just something jumped at the screen. For no reason.
Well, I did.
No. Oh, God. Not the penis. Anything but the penis. I'm great, Manny. Rested, ready to go. 2 hours of talking about nonstop, or actually 30 minutes of wrestling talk. 2 hours of talking about Yogi the Bear.
Hey, boo boo.
Yeah, or how I would look with an eye patch, and most people would just say I look like a fat Nick Fury, and that would probably be accurate. But we would spend 2 hours of figuring that out.
Oh.
Laugh way too hard at that. Fuck you, Manny. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You caught me off guard. You can't catch me off guard with itself. One of those types of jokes.
I told you I read down an arsenal of jokes today, Manny. An arsenal. Honestly, no, I'm not prepared at all.
Let's talk about CM Punk very quickly.
Oh, wait. I forgot to tell you this, Manny. I've been meaning to tell you this for 34 minutes, and I haven't did it. You need to move your microphone closer.
You don't tell me that. Tell me that before we go live.
I forgot, because I was like, when I first got, oh, Manny needs to move his microphone closer. And then we started talking, and then I forgot, and then I remembered when you said, let's talk about CM Punk, and I was like, shit.
Basically, CM Punk was apparently supposed to be announced alongside this AEW Collision tour. First, as it was broke by Warner Brothers Discovery earlier in the day, and then which kind of fucked up Tony's announcement on Dynamite.
Yeah. Tony and go, well, fuck me on my announcement, huh? Fuck me. Huh? That's how we doing business? You gonna give me $1 billion? And then you gonna say, fuck me, and I get to make all the announcements? No, I do the announcing here. It's either me or Adam Cole.
Yeah, and then so I didn't know Ace Steel was going to be part of this AEW Collision show, and what his involvement's supposed to be. Apparently they were going to bring him in just to keep Punk happy. But what does this guy? Why do you need this guy?
To quote a wise man, man. I don't know. Who's taking he there? Why does he need to be there? Why does he need to be there? What is he biting? Like, there's no reason for this. I like to think that the whole AEW locker room is in a split in division over two wrestlers that means nothing in 2023, and that is Ace Steel and Colt Cabana. That's where we're at, Manny. It is being destroyed. AEW somehow is destroying itself with the Second City Saints from 2004. As in, oh no, if Colt Cabana's here, I get to bring in Ace Steel. Oh, you gonna bring in Ace Steel? Well, we're not gonna announce you in the AEW Collision. Well, good luck starting that show without me. I go on Instagram tirade about random shit now.
I did like when he went after that writer.
Brian Alvarez?
Yeah. He has a family, damn it, and he's making up all these lies. He has a family, by God.
Well, with that, I stopped giving a damn what anybody in the Meltzer camp has said for years now. They eventually come up in your news story, and you go like, I don't care. I only trust real wrestling journalists, and that's Sean Ross Sapp. Maybe I still don't trust Ryan Satin. Huh?
I don't trust Ryan Satin anymore.
No. He's compromised. I say sometimes. He's compromised.
He don't break anything, and he fake laughs anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, great. But then... I wasn't paying attention to that until you told me that, Manny, and I never watch interviews anymore. Now I'm done with him. Fuck you, Ryan Satin, at this point.
What did you think they were real?
I fell for it, all right? I thought, you know what? I didn't look for it. I didn't honestly care. But then, once you pointed it out to me, I noticed it more in every single sentence they were saying. It'd be like, Walter, yeah, I took the dog out for a walk. Dogs walking. Ha, ha, hoo, hoo, ho, ho. Belly hurts. Shut up. And so, I'm done with him. But I only trust the Wall Street Journal. That was my third wrestling source. Sean Ross Sapp, Wrestling Journal, and maybe something from Fightful. Which you don't even know.
It's Sean Ross Sapp.
Oh, shit. I just like when it says when Fightful reports. I never actually read the actual name after. Damn. I think we need to figure out a way to get one of our guys in there. Maybe we could convince Ryan or ourselves to be the sources. Wrestlers, call us. Let us break your news. We are trustworthy people. We will not exploit our sources or reveal them. Thank you, Coffee Kingston. Kobe, I be like this. Manny, Xavier Woods sent me this. Sources close to me.
Oh, so speaking of, superstar Billy Graham had passed. So, respects to his family.
That's what Dynamite gets a strike right off the jump for me on that one, Manny. I know we're about to jump into the Dynamite review, but it gets a strike for just being like in the middle of the Falls Count Anywhere Jericho in the match. And around the show, Billy Graham's dead. And they proceed to throw each other through tables and stairwells and stuff. And I go like, what? Like, me and Ryan both heard that. Was like, oh damn, Billy Graham's dead. Like, why would you say that right now? There was plenty of time. It's not, oh my god. Wait, no, these two guys fighting in the arena and throwing ice cream on each other. It's the perfect time to bring up Billy Graham's dead. Fun story about Billy Graham as I jump into a tangent, Manny. Might as well get this out the way. Billy Graham was the joke of our household for many years. As Ryan was watching an episode of Bite This, and Billy Graham, I guess, was on the phone. They had an image of him, and the internet was shitty and choppy anyway. So if it was live action or in studio, you couldn't tell if it was moving or not. But me and Eric walked into the room and saw Ryan, I guess in his shorts or underwear or whatever, just watching Bite This, just chilling. And we were like, oh, so you're watching Billy Graham in your underwear. Oh, you're in love with Billy Graham. So the joke was that Ryan was secretly in love with superstar Billy Graham. And we would continue to just harass him on there. And he would be so annoyed. But he was like, I was watching Bite This. He was the only thing on screen. Oh, that's what you use the computer for? To look at more photos of Billy Graham? How many more photos of Billy Graham do you have? Took you all day to download that, huh?
Let's just kick off with Tony Khan's big announcement.
It's so big. It's the biggest I've ever had.
AEW Collision, June 17th, doing a tour of Canada. They are going to Regina. Yes, it sounds like vagina. Hope. Rumors, sources close to me says that there's going to be a pole match in Regina.
Done.
Next week he will reveal during his first announcement. Next week he will reveal that the first episode of Collision will be the destination will be announced
next week. It's going to be Chicago. That's Bill Watts music, rock song.
Wow, the ghost of Benoit comes back.
Yeah, I did not. Honestly, I was thinking to see a punk music, but somehow Bill Watts music is the one that popped in my head.
So like the actual show kicked off with Wardlow. He comes out, calls Christian to spit in his face. Very weird way to start the show.
I was more upset about his outfit than him going with the spit in my face, and just all of it made no sense. Man, imagine. And I'm going to cut, I know you probably got notes and detailed about everything he says, but I'm going to cut it short. He wants Christian to spit in his face. He wants to come out here, blah, 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 accepts his challenge, yada, 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 yada. Imagine calling somebody out and then you getting your ass whooped by both of those guys, Manny. I just feel like I'm having a bad day at that point. I can imagine people in the back telling, huh?
He called him out to spit in his face, so I feel like he was wanting that to happen.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like somebody in the back going, Warlow, I don't think it's a good idea to call out Christian. I think it'd be okay. And then he goes to the back all beat up probably. That was a bad idea. I'm in the trainer's office.
So Christian takes him out with a ladder. Luchasaurus chokeslams him through the ladder, which he no-sells, followed by a kill switch on the ladder. We go backstage later on in the night where Wardlow has been checked on by medical. And Marcus.
Yes.
How weak was that Arn Anderson throw?
Yes! I didn't know what was. I died laughing when he threw it, and it just went. Oh, so that was just the equivalent of me throwing like just. I don't even know. It was the softest thing, and I thought it was supposed to explode at least. This is dynamite. That thing's supposed to explode. Nothing exploded here. It just bounced softly off the wall, and I was just like, "Oh, that ice is no selling the wall hit."
That ice hitting the wall was as deadly as the glass last week. Arn tells him, have you seen what he's willing to do to you? The question is what you go prepared to do to him. Wardlow says he wants to beat him at his own game at Double or Nothing in a ladder match. So that happened.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah. Yay, I guess. I don't think I still would. I would have rather see a regular match, I think. I think I would have rather seen a regular match. When they said ladder match, I was kind of just like disinterested, I think. They go too quick to the gimmicks in AEW. Too quick to the gimmicks.
Yeah. Do you know what it does? It sometimes feels like, do you remember when they had specific pay-per-views, like Hell in the Cell? So you had to have a Hell in the Cell. All these named matches as events.
Yeah.
So you had
the Keller Young Dog match pay-per-view. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Where you had to force in gimmick matches for the sake of having gimmick matches, even though the feud necessarily didn't warrant it at the time.
Yeah.
I feel like we've gone away from that a little bit, but what you said is with AEW, it does happen quite a lot. This match didn't make sense to me, which is Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin versus Lee Moriarty and Big Bill. What does Orange Cassidy have to do with this?
Hold on, I'll put my hand up right away, Manny. I'll put my hand up right away. And I want to say, strike! This is the second strike of the show for me already. I know what they did here. You're not going to manipulate me, Tony Khan, on what you think you did. What you did it anyway. You did it anyway. Because I want to point out the one thing that show. Because I was shocked Wardlow started the show with Christian. And then I was like, oh, we're starting the show different from Orange Cassidy. And then it goes right into an Orange Cassidy match ready. And I go, shenanigans. I believe the original print of this show started with Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin coming out first, and Christian and Wardlow, like it felt like it was something that should have been mid-show, and instead of starting the show. That felt as mid-show than ever a segment I've ever felt. It didn't follow up for anything last week, didn't follow the world title or anything we have been following really. It was a mid-card, mid-show segment that happened to start the show, and it's only because Tony Khan was probably told, hey, do you really want to start with Orange Cassidy for like the 20th straight week? You right. Throw this on right in front. So that's why they get the strike. They're lying to me.
Darby Allin hits a coffin drop on Lee Moriarty and then does a headlock takeover for the win. Orange Cassidy in the back tells Kyle Fletcher to speak to Tony Khan if he wants a shot at the title at Double or Nothing. Apparently 20 people wanted a shot, so it'll be a blackjack battle royal. Darby then later on tells Renee the upcoming match means a lot to him when he's interrupted by Sammy Guevara and says what he said a few weeks to him stuck with him about he won't be a champion until he stops being a follower, and he refuses to lay down for MJF.
That's how I felt about Sammy Guevara right at this very moment, Manny. Right at this very moment. Whoopity-doo. You already agreed to take the money and do the job and lay down for the man. I don't care what you have to say for the rest of your career about winning world titles or being underdogs or anything you have to say in the back, or even if you say now I'm not going to lay down for MJF. It's too late. It's too late. You took the monies. I can't trust you anymore. You try to pretend to be some likable babyface, but you ain't shit. And why weren't you banned from the arena? That's my main thing. Why wasn't he banned from the arena tonight, Manny?
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Maybe because he was booked in a match.
You know what, Manny? Was that really a match? He beat up the third black guy on the show. 3 straight black people. Every black guy on the show lost this week. And got their ass whooped. It was 3 black people that got their ass whooped. Lee Moriarty had no reason to get his ass whooped, man. They need to do something. The man wears a tiger mask on his way to the ring, or a panther, or a puma, and he comes out there. I forgot the firm has been deleted, but these 2 guys are still going to hang out, I guess. With their 5-4 record.
Excuse me, do not when I've got food in my mouth, start saying Panther, because you know how we feel about Panthers on this show.
Yeah, we talk about Panthers all the time. Panther.
Whether they're black, pink.
I'm going to announce today that I am the Red Panther today.
As the Young Bucks enter the arena, they are taken out by the Blackpool Combat Club.
How did they not see him coming? How did they not see him coming? They had to have walked around. Why aren't they more prepared for these attacks? Why are they blindsided by all these attacks? They've been attacking these guys every week. This is like the bully in your school coming at you for your lunch money, Manny. You know he's coming. You should be more prepared. Like in Friday, when Debo is coming around, you know to hide your shit. You don't just tuck your chain in.
No. If you're even comparing Debo to Wheeler Yuta being in the gang.
No. Hold on, Manny. I am calling as a whole the Blackpool Combat Club a Debo, not Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta is more like Red, and I'm gonna take his bike and fuck up his eye, and then take the chain that his grandma gave to him. I don't give a fuck. That's what happened to Wheeler Yuta.
Sammy Guevara did take on the third black guy on the show. But what is his name, Marcus? Do you remember his name?
Yes! Exodus Prime! I will never forget that name! Because I went, excuse me? What's his name? What is his name? This dude said, I'm going to choose any name. Yeah, I'm going to choose a name. I want to be a Transformer. The fuck? Exodus Prime.
That match was just there. Jeff Jarrett and Co. Jeff Jarrett and Co. come out with guitars with Dax and Cash's name on them, but they had jumped by FTR before they say anything.
I have a lot of questions.
Amongst the brawl, Karen Jarrett makes the save, saves Jeff, and then they smash Cash and Dax with guitars and hold up the titles.
I have questions for you, Manny, and I don't know if you have the answers for them. One, did AEW Anywhere, after this debut of Karen Jarrett, did they post that she was All Elite? Did she get the All Elite poster? Because I didn't see it. I haven't seen it.
Did. I didn't see it.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's not fair. Everybody else gets it. I don't care who you are. Everybody else got it. You need to own up to you bringing in Karen Jarrett for this. Number 2. Ready?
Marcus, she might have the Sky Blue deal where she has to work 2 years before she gets that graphic.
They gotta do a full-on background check. Number 2, Manny. Who set up the tables on that ramp? Because last week we clearly saw that ramp is nothing over there. It's a small jump off the stage. And 2, what if Saddam Singh walked to the other side? FTR is fucked. They would have been fucked right off the jump. Their whole plan was, we're going to push him off the stage. What if he's on the other side? We're going to push him off the other side, I guess.
It never makes sense when those tables are just set up there.
By the way, Saddam Singh that came to the ring and still whooped everybody's ass. I don't know why this is the big tag team match that we're getting, but it is what it is. I thought it peaked when Dax and Jeff Jarrett had their match. To me, that was the end of the feud. And Sanjay is the worst part about this segment, by the way. He's the worst. He's the worst. Everybody else is okay. Everybody else is alright.
Tony Storm and Ruby Soho versus Shida and Britt Baker. It was an alright match. Tony Storm sprays Britt in the face, followed by a power driver for the win. And then Tony Storm says she is a completely different animal now that she has consecutive wins, demands Jamie Hayter put the title on the line. The delivery was so weak.
Yeah. I was okay with, I'm going to say I'm okay with all the segments. I thought the referee did a very poor job at refereeing the match. He could have threw people out immediately, but chose not to and let them wreak havoc all over the place and blame Shida, who was just standing on the tap rope the entire time. Just hold the tap rope. Stop it, Shida. I know how you like to cheat. I know you like to cheat, Shida. You're a liar and a cheat. Clearly, that dude does not like Asians. He's a racist, and I want him pointed out for it. Or he's in love with white women, which is the outcast. On the second note of that, are we getting Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter? Is that the match? Is that what we've been building to for Double or Nothing? I feel like the 6-woman tag match was what we were building to. Right? I feel like this... Like, I understand Hayter was hurt this week, but you could have bumped this match on Double or Nothing. I feel like that would have been the same thing. That would have been the big match, other than Hayter versus Storm, which I feel like there's no juice or energy toward that at all.
Well, I think there's still a week before Double or
Nothing. It's a week. There's 1 week, Manny. They're not gonna heat that up. Jamie Hayter wasn't even on the show.
Do you know what was weird? I saw WrestleTix. Double or Nothing, the last time I checked it, the last time he put anything up, had only sold 66% of that building.
Yeah, I heard it's not selling well at all. So you know what that means, Manny? I'm moving on down. I mean, walking down. Sharpshooter to get closer to that rail.
What they're saying is it's because of Forbidden Door and All In. They're putting too much of an emphasis on those. They're putting too much of an emphasis on that they lost emphasis. But I think this week they steered the ship back on track for Double or Nothing because there was actually matches made this week, and some of them were actually.
Well, you have to. It's a week away. A week from Sunday away, Manny. A week from Sunday away. I feel like in my area, New Japan has did more advertising for their goddamn resurgence show in Long Beach, and may even sold more tickets than what Double or Nothing's gonna have at this point. Double or Nothing, I don't even know what the big draw is. I don't care about that fatal 4-way that MJF is gonna win. Don't care about Christian Warlow that was just made tonight. Don't care about Hayter and Tony Storm, where Hayter is gonna win. There's no juice. I guess the big feud is the Elite and the Anarchy and the Arena thing.
Yeah. So we get Chris Jericho versus Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong not only throws plastic knives at Jericho, he gives him a cream pie.
Those are spoons, Manny. Those are spoons. Those are spoons. It was an ice cream place. It was spoons. They were spoons. They were plastic black spoons. I know my plastic. I know my Scalp is a liar and a fool in a mask. I know my plastic cutlery, and those were plastic black spoons. It was an ice cream place. There would be no reason for an ice cream place to have knives. What are you spreading ice cream over something? What are you doing with knife at an ice cream parlor?
They get to the outside of the arena where Adam Cole attacks Chris Jericho to help Roddy get the win.
Because you must be this tall to get in. I'm sorry. That was mean.
Roosh versus Jack Perry. This match was alright. Jungle Boy wins with a roll up. He is saved from an attack by whatever the group is called by Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin.
Hold on, Manny. I'm going to say this right here. AEW done fucked up again. This is their third strike of the show for me.
So they're out.
Huh? Yeah, they're out. They struck out. They struck out with me on this episode. For, like, right off the jump. Like, there are some good parts of the show, but I feel like this is the part that really I didn't understand what made sense. Rush was a monster. He was out there beating the living shit out of Jungle Boy. Looked like Jungle Boy is a man instead of what Jungle Boy actually is. Made him bleed, bludgeon him. Jungle Boy cheats to win and uses the tights to beat him. And barely squeaked by Roosh, who proceeds to beat Jungle Boy's ass some more, where I'm like, maybe Roosh should be the number one contender. Jungle Boy's supposed to be the number one contender. Sammy Guevara made light work of Black Man. Darby Allin didn't really struggle too much in his tag match, but Jungle Boy damn near died against Roosh. Put Roosh in the fatal 4-way at best. At best.
I respect you, sir, but how dare you put respect on that man's name? His name is next to his prime.
I refuse to say it again. I refuse. When he cuts a promo, Manny, I expect.
I had no problem with anything you said. The only problem I had is that you took away his name. And you
know why I took away his name? I need to hear Exodus Prime talk, Manny. And unless he talks like this, I don't know, like a transformer transforming. I don't want to hear him talk. That's all I'm saying. But
no,
Jungle Boy looked like a
Optimus. He needs to sound like Optimus deep.
I couldn't take a promo serious if he got out. I am Exodus Prime. What? I want him so fast. If Optimus Prime got a promo on TV, I want him. The how slow he talks. We need to go over here. What? And destroy the Decepticons. What? He will get wetted all night. Even though he's clear, precise, deep. And this is me who loves Optimus Prime. He needs to speed up. He talks like Keith Lee in robot form.
He is Keith Lee in robot form.
Well, I think he's younger than Keith Lee, Manny, at this point. As Keith Lee, I think Optimus is 1,000-something years old. Or whatever it is. Keith Lee? Probably about 2,000 years old. And are we ever getting to finish with that feud with him and Swerve? What is going on with that?
Marcus, so, I was scrolling through images yesterday.
Oh, God.
I didn't know Ross and Eric did a run-in on Rampage. So that's what they're doing when they're not on the show. When we said Ross was on assignment, I didn't know that was the assignment.
When the Ross part painting his face, and when did Eric be able to grow a beard? By the way, that was the worst image of it. Two people who I'm like, And Manny, if I was a wrestling promotion, I was looking to sign the next big free agent out of one of those two. I'm leaning toward Dustin. I'm going all in on Dustin. Keith Lee looks like one of those packet deals you get when you get like, oh, you got this, and Keith Lee comes too. I don't really want the Keith Lee at this point. Me and you wakes up to that.
And then we went backstage once again. MJF looks pissed because everyone seems to have won their matches. Renee asks him about how he feels that he could leave Double or Nothing without being pinned and losing his championship. He smacks the microphone out of her hand. She looks shocked. But I named this episode of AEW Dynamite "Fuck Renee." Not because of anything she's done, but they cut to her way too many times. They have two other backstage people. They could have cut to Marvez, and they could have cut to Lexi Nair, DDP's daughter.
I didn't even know she did this. I'm lost on that one. I didn't know. I was like, I already got Marvez and Renee.
Renee, there were so many times where those individuals could have just talked to the camera themselves.
Yeah. But because I'm immature and a child, Manny, I laugh when he slapped the microphone.
I loved it. It was like Shock Pikachu when he did it.
Yeah, he said nothing, slapped the microphone. Get out of here. I wish more people in real sports would do that to any sideline reporter, male or female. I don't care if you are. Can't think of any sideline reporters right now. Damn, Aaron Andrews or Pam Oliver or I can't think of any male ones, so I'm not sexist. Damn it. Hire more men, what you call them? Eric is just on the show. He's walked in. He catches strays and didn't realize he was catching strays.
I'm in the middle of texting that image at the same time as presenting.
Oh, wow. Full disclosure from Eddie.
Yeah, and then we get Jay White versus Ricky Starks. Jay White has a record. This is the longest he's been on TV. About 15 minutes.
Oh, boy. So, Jay White was on the show. Two big AEW signings. Jay White and Roderick Strong. Just part of the fold. Not actually. They didn't build it up as special. I enjoyed the match between him and Ricky, and, it was fine. But it just seemed like there could be more being done with. It could have ended. Yeah, it could have ended with a lot more. Could have been done with both of these guys. I feel like. I don't know where we're headed.
I think people are getting lost in the shuffle with the elite stuff. That's the problem
here.
Yeah. So Don Callis is in the ring. He says there is only one victim in this scenario. After everything he did for Kenny Omega, without him, there is no Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega comes to the top of the ramp, where he drops security as he tries to get to Don, but the Blackpool Combat Club stop him, and then no more Don. Don is gone. No more explanation on why he did what he did.
He's the invisible hand, Manny. He's the invisible hand. He disappeared.
The Blackpool Combat Club get on the mic, give Kenny a final warning to stay down. They double down on them being the elite. Cue the Young Bucks with weapons. Still outnumbered, Hangman music hits with his stupid eye patch. And they charge.
It's not stupid. It's a good eye patch. When I was talking shit in the beginning, Manny, I was just talking shit. I like this eye patch. It's a good look. In fact, if he ever wrestles again without an eye patch, I'll be really disappointed. Although I am concerned that Kenny's is okay after being stabbed in the head with a screwdriver. Guess he gets nothing from this. Hangman Page's been dead for weeks.
What I found funny was, so they came down to the ring. Hangman's got the barbed wire broom.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega is just coming down with a dustbin lid. with like it's fucking Captain America's shield.
Yes, yeah, 100%, Manny, 100%. He was using it like he was using the shield like Captain America uses it in Marvel vs. Capcom. Low key, legit, 100%. That's where I was looking at his offense and thinking, this looks familiar, and it's clearly from Marvel vs. Capcom, and it's his rush attack. He's throwing, and I was like, stupid.
Hangman says they the heart and soul of the place, and they are the elite. At Double or Nothing, it will be anarchy in the arena. You get to
Manny
watch
was
that again.
thrilled. Yeah, Manny was thrilled. So I don't understand why I don't understand why I get a blackjack battle royal instead of the casino battle royal that they normally give at Double or Nothing, but it's the blackjack battle royal. But they do redo the anarchy in the arena. I don't need it, Manny.
That's why I put blackjack. They're calling it because it's 21.
Manny looks like he's pouring him a very stiff drink right now as he prepares for NXT talk. But I'm going to say the ending was fine. I just get the way Kenny used that lid. That's the main thing. Everything else is fine. Hangman, like I swear, I just didn't like it. It just looks stupid. It looks stupid. And I believe this feud does not require the stupidity that this brings to this. As the Blackpool Combat Club seems very serious. I don't know what their war is or what their gripe is with the elite. Other than they are the elite, Renee. Other than that, I don't understand what their war is with them. But they seem very serious about what they're doing. And then they're coming out with barbed wire brooms and shields. And I'm like, these weapons are whack. If they all look like dirt. One of them had a 2x4. Not one person had a real good weapon amongst them. I think a lead pipe. If I'm the Blackpool Combat Club, I just leave. I had time to get out of there. Why am I charging at them?
They always have time to get out there. They just stay.
Oh, they have all these weapons and we're just out here talking shit? I roll out the ring, go to the crowd. I'm good.
So what was it? What was I going to do? Why does this keep expanding?
Oh no, but I will stall and say I will give Dynamite as it may have got 3 strikes, and I didn't really enjoy a lot of it. And I think they failed to advertise Double or Nothing. There were segments where I thought that's nice. So Jericho and Roderick Strong, they brought around the arena, it was whatever. But you know what? I didn't see the Adam Cole being outside the arena part happening until it happened. When I went, oh, I'm surprised by this.
You know, I kind of felt like it should have been done the other way. I don't think Adam Cole should have got. I don't think Roderick should have got to come up. I think the JS should have just rushed him,
been out there.
Yeah, it would have made more sense.
I don't even know what Adam Cole is mad about. Britt Baker seems to be fine these days. She seems to have moved on.
Yeah.
From the handcuffing and assault. Normally people disappear for a bit, or they're beaten up or showing battle wounds. She's been back ever since.
So out of 236 votes, 59% of the poll enjoyed AEW Dynamite. 21% thought it was just there, and the remaining 20% did not enjoy AEW Dynamite. I thought it was fine. It wasn't just there. They actually did set up some matches. You see some progression of storylines. I thought it was an okay show.
I gave it the gist there because they should have did this like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Because
none of these
matches have steam to it, other than the Elite and the Combat Club. That's really it. Everything like that Fatal 4-Way has nothing going for it. The main event.
Well, I lose interest because Jungle Boy's in it.
I lose interest because Jungle Boy and Sammy Guevara is in it. If it was just Darby and MJF and they were just like, yeah, we're going to continue our feud from years ago, and I beat you with the Hammerlock takeover, and blah 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 blah, and we're going to continue this. Max, it's 2 contrasting characters, but now we got Sammy Guevara, who I don't know what they're supposed to think of him. He's supposed to be a babyface, or some guy's going to take a dive, or I got Jungle Boy, who's a piece of shit, and that's pretty much where I'm at.
Because the thing with the Pillars match, it would make sense if they all were on the same trajectory to the top, but they're not. Yeah. MJF has skyrocketed. He's got the rocket strapped to him. Darby's had some relatively good success in AEW, so he's kind of up there. Sammy, like they said, he's kind of just the follower. He's had the TNT title, but he hasn't. They weren't really memorable runs. So I wouldn't necessarily that's there, but if anything, Sammy's third. But then there's nothing about Jungle Boy's upcoming so far, and he's still young. He could still get there, and you can still call him a pillar. But it's too soon for him to be in this title picture because he does. It's very clear he does not belong in it.
Yeah. And then, Manny, I'd like to add this. Imagine WWE, this is the equivalent of Roman Reigns, for MJF, I'm saying, who is shows he's a main eventer and one of their, elite stars. But this is the equivalent of Roman Reigns fighting Mustafa Ali, Otis, and let me think of some random person on the lower card, and Cameron Grimes in the main event. That's what I feel like is happening right now. They're so far beneath him right now. It's like it doesn't mean anything.
Who's promising you NXT? It'd be like Braun Breaker going up against Roman Reigns right now.
Yeah, but even then, I think that would actually be something.
No, Braun Breaker's a bit too high. Nathan Frazier. Frazier is a good compromise.
There you go. I was like, Braun Breaker, maybe he has a high trajectory, but if you said Nathan Frazier, Axio, and Scripps all going against Roman Reigns.
Oh no, if Scripps doesn't even belong in the same sentence.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's where I feel that these guys are, and it's just MJF is just too far ahead of these guys, and deserved a worthy challenger. Like I would have rather see him versus Sting or something, even if Sting could go. Like just a big match, a big deal.
Let's move into NXT, and I can't speak anymore. NXT. Where it opens up immediately with Cora Jade versus Fallon Henley.
Hold on. I gotta do it. I'm starting to do this point, Manny, at work, and it's driving me nuts.
Is that the Fallon Henley point? Whose point?
No, it's the Cora Jade. It's the Cora Jade.
I don't like it.
It's in slow motion. It's two fingers, and she points at random things. I don't know who she's pointing at. I found it annoying at first, but then I started doing it. I'm going like, God damn it, it's something that's going to catch on with me. I hate it.
I need to ask you the question. I watched this match. Cora Jade may have won, but I feel like Fallon Henley might be better than her.
Ooh, question mark?
It's a question mark.
I'm going to say they started off with a really good wrestling match, and I was shocked.
Yeah,
and I was impressed by Henley, because I think this is the best match she's probably ever wrestled. And you know what? Cora Jade didn't look bad herself. I was actually happy with the result of this match going. That surprised me. I was taken aback on how much I enjoyed it.
And then Vic Joseph called Cora Jade the resident mean girl, but I still think that's JC Jane.
JC Jane's my girl, Manny. I don't want to hear it. I'm calling dibs. It's
fine.
After I have crossed their career out in the past, I redeem myself. You know how you spray paint a wall and then they catch you and then they make you go paint the whole wall? That's what I feel like I did with JC James, and I'm going to get rid of all this red that I painted, and that looked horrible. I'm going to get rid of all the red and just paint the wall back to normal.
Do you know what, actually, before that, we're going to do a quick tangent. At work, someone was saying that I needed to train someone, and I was refusing because I said, because the person I had previously trained, I was like, he can train that person. And then the person said they need the Manny experience. and then I went, no, I tried to live my life here going incognito, like I don't exist. But you people keep making me exist. And then someone just out of the side went, sorry, just out of random, the Manny experience sounds so wrong.
Yes!
I was like, I didn't even say it.
That's not even my t-shirt. That's what they're printing about me. That's what they put in the papers. Next thing you know, it's going to be the Viking experience or something.
The Manny experience. I bunched all the backstage skits in all together. It was Thea Hell gets put in a place by Kiana James after shade being thrown that she wasn't in the tournament. Wesley and Tyler Bate were hotboxing when they were taken out by
You know I got a match, right? Yeah.
Dijak tries to break the invincible Ilya Dragunov. Dijak says there isn't a man alive he can't break. We see it. We go back twice where first of all Dragunov invites him to try, and then later we see him fail on 2 separate occasions.
Yeah, and I'm going like, who? Did someone break this up? Someone walk in the back. These dudes are doing some BDSM. They were doing some BDSM in the back, and someone needed to jump in.
Where was it? No one knew where that was. That was a sex dungeon, Marcus.
Yeah,
that might be the new location in NXT land.
Dijak's sex dungeon for justice. I ain't like any of it. There was some BDSM going on in there, trying to break me. So.
Stacks and Tony D are out for dinner. Stacks has to take care of a problem at the dock, so he takes a phone call away from the table, where Tony D is confronted by the police. They need to take him to the station for some questioning, for some ongoing criminal act. He's a murderer! He's a murderer, people!
You better not be wasting my time. He's an murderer, an attempted murder. He's basically the serial killer of NXT. And clearly there's evidence of his crimes, as he's always bringing it up on television. And Stacks talking about, I gotta go take this phone call. There's an issue at the docks. Clearly what's going on. The cops have got everything. The cops got everything. And that lady, the waitress, casually goes, the police just came and took him away.
Yeah, then who was he calling? Who was he calling? Was he calling Tony D, who clearly had been arrested? Why would he pick up his phone? Hello?
Hello? Yeah, the police are taking me to jail for that thing. Ooh, you guilty.
Hank and Tank think they should fight to become a better tag team. Okay.
I ain't sharp as iron, Manny. But I don't know what happens when plastic hits plastic.
Dabakato says he came back to he came to NXT to destroy Apollo. He's gone now. He wants gold and he's hunted. Axiom isn't scared of him.
Manny, that's someone that regrets all his decisions.
Huh?
Dabakato regrets all his decisions. I'm here to kill Apollo. Hey, if you want to kill Apollo, you gotta sign an NXT contract, and you're stuck back in the minor leagues. All right, I'll do it just so I can kill Apollo. What do you mean he's gone? I gotta get caught up again. I'm gonna get fired. I was set up.
We also, in that segment, we got a rare sighting of Idris and Malik.
I haven't seen them since WrestleMania weekend. I took a photo of them.
You know what? Maybe you set back Idris's career by touching him with that orange hoodie.
Yeah, he's still trying to get that orange lint off his skin.
You cursed him. You cursed him and his career. So the show opened up with Mello and Trick. No, it didn't. Mello and Trick. Mello said this isn't the same Bron Breakker from Stand and Deliver. But Bron Breakker needs to realize that this isn't the same Mello, because they in his yard and they don't bark, they bite.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mello. That is Ace Steel's line, not yours.
I heard Ace Steel's coming out with he can't go to AEW. He signed with WWE. He's gonna resurrect Bite This.
I quickly had to swallow the drink because that would have just flew everywhere. He calls Bron out, but gets Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey instead. They said that they're disrespected because they brushed past them, especially as their tag match wasn't happening anymore. The crowd are chanting Willy Wonka at Charlie Dempsey. They offer them a fight and they brawl.
Yeah, Trick goes on with it and calls him Charlie in the Chocolate Factory here, which I think might stick with Charlie forever because that was... Yeah, really. I look at him and I now see Willy Wonka.
I see Gene Wilder.
I was so disappointed that NXT crowd did not start singing "Come with me."
They didn't need to because they started singing "Oompa."
Oh yeah, they did.
I got another story for you.
God, I wish we had a hot crowd that could just do that. Like, give me Raw after WrestleMania. Charlie Dempsey in the ring with Oompa Loompa chain with Drew Gulak. Fantasies.
Um,
Back-to-back trick matches, though.
yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
We got the Creed brothers versus the Dyad. It was a good tag match. The Rock's knees gets choked out by Ivy now.
In the worst possible way. You think you got somebody in a body slam and they reverse that shit to a Dragon Sleeper.
Yeah.
My favorite story, by the way,
enough
that has nothing to do with this, Manny. Ultimo Dragon refuses to go drop a belt in Noah or whatever.
What?
That was some random story. Ultimo Dragon's refusing to go do a job somewhere in Japan. It's either Noah or at Dragon Gate, and he's refusing to do the job, and they may strip him of one of his titles.
Not just strip him of the title. He's like 100 years old. Just strip him.
How dare you not do business, Ultimo Dragon? Drop the titles.
This was enough distraction for the Creed to pick up the win. The Creeds call out Gallus after the match. We get Supernova sessions with Dragon Lee, and it was everything I needed it to be.
Yeah. I want to also pause. Julius Creed is still a freak athlete and is the star of their group. And I don't understand why that tag match was so good. I really enjoyed that tag. It was really good. The Grizzly Young, they want out. I don't understand. I would be phoning it in every single week. Not doing any good spots, but that match was good as hell, and I was like, this is really disappointing. Figure it out with the Grizzly Young veterans.
So we've learned that Dragon Lee speaks pretty good English.
Yes.
He tries to get Noam Dar to defend his Heritage Cup. Noam looks like he was gonna have him jump through hoops, especially as he was dressed up as MJF scarf.
Yeah.
Nathan Frazier comes out and calls out Dar, calls Dar a fraud, and he needs to defend the cup like all the other WWE titles. Nathan Frazier also says if he loses the cup, he can always give Alicia Foxick a call. Dar agrees to the match and challenges Nathan Frazier next week. We also learn that Noam Dar has a type as he talks backstage to Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, while Lash Legend isn't happy with the sessions as she wants to bring back Lashing Out with Lash Legend.
Damn right. Lash Legend deserves to be on TV more.
I think this is a turning point. I think she's going to be on TV.
Yeah,
more.
I think
they have
her
to, because everyone's injured. They have to put other people on TV.
Yeah, her and Jakari are on TV, and I believe they're going to be the new tag team that runs roughshod through NXT because they lost their tag team titles.
They also showed Danny Palmer getting attacked on an NXT live event by the mystery person.
You still bet money on Blair Davenport.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Has to
It's
be
the only
Blair
one missing.
Davenport.
Yeah, it's the only one missing. Unless I blame Wendy Chu. But she was also one of the people who were attacked.
It could be the final boss. But they moved too quickly for it to be the final boss.
Well, again, if you're Miko Satomura, Manny, wouldn't you be upset that you're not the number one contender? You killed Roxanne Perez. Beat the brakes off her. Lost the match, but beat the brakes off of her. You're not in this tournament.
So we do get Mello and Trick versus Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey. It was a good match. Mello calls out Braun again, but we got Braun via satellite as he made a pit stop at the barbershop. Why did they all look like they were held hostage?
Yeah, it was, and I'm disappointed by this segment, Manny. So disappointed. I thought this could be one of the most badass Braun Breaker or wrestling segments ever. As he's sitting in the barbershop chair, all these guys are afraid, and I think he could have had that Captain America Winter Soldier moment. Does anybody want out? Right now, and then just proceeds to whoop everybody's ass, or they cut away, and you just come back later and you find out everybody in the barbershop has been destroyed, and he's beating everybody. That would have been nice. I wanted that so bad. Instead, nothing actually happens. He's like, I beat it later than that.
Then we do get the match Thea Hale versus Kiana James. Kiana James wins with relatively clean with the 401k, which I think is a really good name for a move.
It is.
But I didn't think the move was that good.
No, the move's terrible. The move is terrible. The name of the move is nice.
Yeah. Wesley comes to the ring. He's unhappy that Schism took him and Tyler Bate out. Joe Gacy says he wants the North American Championship. They say that Tyler is deceiving him, which brings out Tyler Bate. Tyler tells Gacy that he has a receipt coming and tells Wes he won't lie to him that he wants a match for that title, which Wes was like, why, man? I thought you were my friend.
Yeah, we were back there just smoking. What? You could have just told me back then.
He says he wouldn't let that title get in the way of their friendship. I mean, their drug problem. And Wesley challenges both of them to a triple threat match at Battleground.
All right, so I have two things I would like to add to this segment. One, the North American title, can we just call it the triple threat title or the multi-man match title? Because they're always invented in triple threats, fatal 5-ways, or something like that. And if they would just come out and just announce there'd be something different about the belt, it's the only time we do triple threats or fatal 4-ways is for this particular title. That's one thing. And two, I would love if Tyler Bate would have joined Joe Gacy in the schism at this very moment. I was hoping that he would set them up. You trust me, but then all of a sudden, well, the big strong boy hits him in the back of the head and says, I'm a part of four branches or 5 trees or whatever the hell they say. Would have been the answer right there. And I would have been so happy on that heel turn. I've been shocked and I would have been compelled by TV. But because of that, Manny, the segment gets a strike because they're not listening to me.
I've had a full-on rant earlier today about someone was blaming living in London for the reasons they have a shitty life.
Oh.
I was like, no. And then I brought receipts. These are the people that
I didn't do my life.
You know, I told you on Tuesday where I was talking about I wanted them to say thank you, Manny.
Yes, thank you, Manny.
These same people, the person said that they were, what was it? They fucked up their lungs by vaping. So I was like, no, so sometimes your choice, you made choices. It's not the country did not make you make those choices.
Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. So how are they blaming London for this?
They're just like, oh, it's a situation and stuff like that. They're like, you guys are fucking hippies.
Yeah. You're bums. You're all bums.
And I just got called corporate again, which I feel like I am.
Are they calling you Tataka, Manny? Or next thing you sold out?
I did not sell out. I bought in.
Yeah! Love it. I love it.
And I might start doing that people's elbow jump into bed, where I do the Native American dance and then followed by an elbow into my bed.
Yeet, 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 yeet. Da, 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 da.
The main event was JC Jane versus Roxanne Perez. Earlier in the night, JC Jane calls Gigi Dolan. She says Gigi Dolan is a failure being a failure at daughter, a failure at sister, failure at being a good friend, failure at winning the NXT Women's Championship again.
Oh, she went to the school of criticizing people.
Roxanne, in an alright match, wins with Pop Rocks.
Yeah, I was invested in this match. I didn't honestly know who was going to win. I was like 80% sure Roxanne was going to win, but my heart wanted JC to win.
I knew when she said, "Oh, I was hoping that Gigi would have won her match last week, so we would be facing off in the semi-finals." But so I knew she was losing this match just by that word. Like, why would you continue to attack the person you're feuding with while you're in a tournament?
That's true. Gigi attacks. They fight to the back, but before they even got anywhere, Mello and Trick walk out again. So, God damn it, enough! This show ain't ended until Braun Breaker get his bow-legged ass out here. I don't think he said bow-legged.
This is the third time he called him out.
Yeah.
And then he does come out. He's brought security guards with him to protect Mello from him. Because they wouldn't have a Battleground Homecoming main event if he just let him get to him. But they get through him with ease.
Yeah, Mello does a dive and everything. And she can't even shoot.
That dive was pretty bad. If we go, how about that dive? That dive was pretty bad. because the
Yeah.
guard didn't even try and catch him.
No, he just fell straight down. And I went, man, I swear to God, I'm glad I'm not a wrestler and I do a dive. I wouldn't do a dive probably either way. But I'm swinging on everybody. What the fuck are y'all? Y'all got one job to do. You only existed for one moment of this show. This is why none of y'all gonna make it. Ever. It's my rant in the back.
Yeah, then Mello kicks him low and then hits him with the title, which isn't the same as that spear from last week.
No. You still got fucked up.
But yeah, that was NXT, and I enjoyed NXT. NXT had enough to keep me there. Like the matches were okay. There was nothing outstanding except that Creed Brothers and Dyad tag match. But yeah, it was much like the poll. I think this was the better show out of the two.
Yeah, this was, I feel like, the better show, and I felt like it was a show that kind of moved the chains ahead. Like, they're going toward Battleground in 2 weeks, and we have an idea of what's going on. They have the women's tournament that pretty much dominated most of the show. They went with the tag team storylines, and then Mello and Breaker and stuff, and then even the North American title has shine. So it just felt like it was something that kept the momentum of going on. I know NXT doesn't have much momentum because people don't watch the show, but it did feel like they had it had a purpose. And then next week it's going to be this week, and then blah blah blah, and then we after the big show.
So semifinals.
That no one's going to watch, by the way.
Semi-finals of this women's tournament is Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne Perez, and then the other one is Cora Jade versus Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah.
Who's winning those matches? Because they always try to go face heel. So this seems like it's Stratton's tournament to win. But then also on the other side go Roxanne wins and you put the strap on Cora Jade.
Isn't it Roxanne and Stratton next week?
Roxanne Stratton's next week, and Valkyria and Cora Jade are next week.
Yeah, I think Valkyria and it has to go Valkyria Stratton, right? Although I was rooting for Cora. It could go Cora and Roxanne though.
See, I don't want her to be champion. I can't have Cora Jade. If we get another one of those promos,
Manny, she do. She do. You know she do.
Yeah, but
she's the face of NXT 2.0.
Stratton
at one point.
Stratton is the better talent. If you're not going to put it back on Roxanne, who is also very weak on the mic, you got to put it on the person that's the strongest on the microphone out of the lot, and it would have to be Stratton.
Yeah.
Well, where you go, Stratton, maybe a little bit more greener. Like wrestling wise, Roxanne Perez is leading that race out of all four of them.
Yeah.
But if you want a solid all rounder, Stratton is that number one.
I'm going Cora Jade, Manny. I'm staying with my guns. I'm staying with the original Paul. I'm still going Cora. Even though I agree with you, I 100% agree with you. I'm going Cora Jade.
And then, yeah, I generally think Stratton is the one. Stratton is the one.
Stratton is not to throw shade at Mandy Rose, but she was what she was. She is the better wrestling version of Mandy Rose. As in, I guess Mandy brings the more. I guess they're about equal in charisma.
Yeah.
So that's where we stand with that. That's all I got to say about that. Who knows when this tournament ends? Although I'm going to say again, no one is watching Battleground.
I'm not going to watch Battleground live. There's no watch along for that. And then I'm starting to think that I might not watch United Champions live.
But it's for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, buddy. We're trying to get that money. And we have to keep getting their attention, damn it. I know.
Because it starts at 6 o'clock for me, so it's fine for me to watch it. It's just like, it just replaces the show this week, the Saturday show that day, but it just be me and Wes. So he should stay awake for this one.
Well, it's at 9 in the morning. Hopefully he wakes up for it.
Unlike this guy.
Hey, it happens. Get that sleep in, young fella. Get that sleep in. That new baby on the way. Or not on the way, the baby that's here. Sleep is going to be cut short. I'm here. Dude. Maybe they give Bray Wyatt his own Saturday show so he can do it with all the wrestlers he likes, so we can end his backstage drama.
He hasn't got backstage drama.
Because he's not backstage. He got something going on with him. It's a lot of something to nothing, man. A lot of something to nothing.
Yeah, it's ended today's show. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We've literally had no one in the chat today, so the show, you would have thought that would have slowed us down. Nope, we still did an hour.
No, this one's going to be an hour. At least we're covering 2 shows. Monday Night Raw is 1 show, and it goes an hour and a half. Well, we proved we can do it in probably 30 minutes.
We proved that we can do it, but that you can count on your hands how many times we've done shows that are under 45 minutes.
Yeah, and I think it always ends with 1.
Yeah, there should be more watch along coming along. I know we're due a movie one at some point.
Yeah, I think we need to start stomaching it and just do that Goblet of Fire eventually. We haven't did the That's My Son, That's My Boy. Promised that one years ago. Beverly Hills Cop 3 is never happening, Randy. I don't think that's ever going to pick up.
I did that interview for Shantae. Therefore, she owes me one. It's not like I'm gonna ever be in a position where like, hey Shantae, remember that time you owe me one? It's gonna have to be used for Beverly Hills Cop 3.
You owe me, damn it. Beverly Hills Cop 3.
I mean, I've still got to watch the new episode of Ted Lasso.
Mm.
Do you know what the last couple of episodes they have been bangers. Like they've covered real world actual problems. Like the guy coming out as gay to the team. The guy what's his name? Obisanya taking on the British government, people's reaction to it. Basically saying what was it? Just play.
Yeah. Shut up and dribble. Basically, shut up and dribble episode. The shut up and dribble episode.
And then the team coming around and helping him out to repair the restaurant and stuff like that. That was nice. I think it's done really well. It's a shame that this is the last season.
No, I believe this is a sweet spot, man. You end it here. This is what I want all my TV shows. End it after 3 or 4 seasons. Don't keep it going because you've watered down the product.
Oh, I heard Grey's Anatomy's on season 27 or 28.
They can kiss my ass with season 1, 2, 3, or 4. They did. I don't care. It's ridiculous. They need to cancel that. They need to take The Simpsons off the air. They need to get Family Guy off the air. Any other show. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Still a hilarious show. Take them off the air. Don't care. The South Park, get it out of here. Everything that has. I don't care. I don't care how funny I know. It's time to move on. Give me something new. Give me new characters, damn it. I don't need more than 3 seasons. 3 or 4.
I think South Park, the things you just listed, could stay. Everything else you said could go.
Can all go, Manny. I still love South Park too. Eventually, every now and then they throw out a new episode. It's an absolute amazing episode that they put together in 1 week. But I just can't. It's just been around too long. It's too old.
The thing is, I haven't watched an episode of South Park since it became a Paramount Plus exclusive. Now I'm just like, fuck it. I don't need to. I'm not subscribing to Paramount Plus.
Is it exclusive for Paramount Plus? I didn't even know that.
It is in the UK, I think.
Oh, well, I don't know. It might. I honestly don't know if Comedy Central still exists, to be honest, out here. I haven't turned to Comedy Central since the Chappelle Show. To be honest. Just been watching shit online.
Yeah, so we've got some watch along in place at some point. So stay tuned to that. And then we're out.
Yeah,
Peace.
we did it. We did it. We did it until Saturday, where Eric returned for 2 straight weeks in a row, I believe.
Where it all starts to fall down.
Yeah. And then, Fast and Furious comes out this weekend. Maybe we'll have a review of that. Who knows? I doubt it.
That implies I have to go watch that tomorrow.
Yeah, and I have no chance to watch it between Friday and Saturday and between work and all that. Nah, not happening. Maybe you get that Tuesday.
I just don't know how they top Brothers in Space. I just don't know.
Easy. You put Jason Momoa in space. You add Transformers, damn it! I don't understand. Put them together. This is really, I'm the quote of Wise Man, it's really fucking simple. Put them with the Transformers. Who's going to be upset? Who's really going to be like, I don't believe in this?
Is this the last one or is there one more?
This is the last one until part 2 of the last one.
Fuck off.
They go with the 2-part ending. But I believe you can't do a 2-part ending because if it's Fast X and then you do Fast X Part 2, which is Fast XX, I believe we have to go Fast XXX, Manny. I think we have to get there. Don't care how we do it. And also, spoiler alert for the movie, The Rock will be back. And we can get John Cena, The Rock, and Toretto, and they all have to fight each other. Well, and we gotta figure out who's gonna do the job. Probably Cena, because each of those other guys' contracts, they can't lose fights.
Rock ain't got anything else to do.
Nah, Black Adam's done. He's been kicked out of DC. Unless he's gonna do another Jungle Cruise. Although another Jumanji should be on deck. I feel like there should be another one.
Yeah.
All I need, honestly, just give me The Rock, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black in the same movie. I don't care what you call it.
Well,
I honestly can give a damn what the movie's about. I feel like it works.
Jack Black's in there too, so that just adds to it.
Yeah, that just adds a different dynamic. Again, as someone pointed out, why haven't we had a Twins remake starring The Rock and Kevin Hart? It only makes sense. It's too easy. But still, we get White Man Can't Jump remake? No, give me Twins. The remake, The Rock and Kevin Hart. It only makes sense. No one would object. They're not going to even get the woke call because, they have to make this black too. No, because no one honestly cares. It's The Rock and fucking Kevin Hart. It makes sense. It'd be hilarious and worth it. It worth the time.
Yeah, so we'll be back Saturday. Well, you'll see us tomorrow for a terrible episode of Roy's Retro.
Oh, yeah. It's absolutely horrible. I don't know what happens on it, but it's horrible.
I mean, last week's episode was where I predicted the future of the Knicks being out of the NBA playoffs.
But we all knew that was happening. Shall I make a bold prediction on this show about the... Nah, no more bold predictions.
So we'll be back, Nick. We'll be back. Take care. Shave your hair. Peace.